What up, what's happening, everybody? My name is Charles Blades, and this is the Current Gaming Podcast. Jesus fucking
Podcast.
Jesus Christ. It's been a rough week.
Low energy Blades.
It's been a rough week for me. I'm joined by none other than the potato himself, Aaron Weeks. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. I'm happy to be a member of this podcast.
Yeah, I know. You've always, when you were a kid and they were saying what you're going to be, like when you're growing up in the middle
Famous
school.
podcaster.
Was always there.
So I was starting to tell you guys about this. I went to Dave & Buster's, and there was no fucking pod racing game. You know how bummed out I was?
That's such a bummer.
That was like
top
my favorite
game.
one when I was a kid, and I could not find a pod racing.
The OG Star Wars game is up there. That was like one of my favorite
They still
games.
have that mech game where it's like a whole little room you get into and you...
There's a Star Wars game where you do that, but it was like kind of bad. Like
Oh.
the controls didn't really work that
There's
well.
a pretty
and
good
made me
mech
sick.
game, but it's it's like 1v1, so you have to have two people, and it's kind of expensive.
There's a Halo game now, though, that like
Oh.
you sit at like a turret, like one of those like Halo turret things.
Turret,
Turret.
as the kids would say.
Yeah.
Marty Dom.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
sounds
exactly.
Marty.
It was pretty cool.
Was that the guy in SpongeBob's name? Marty!
What?
Patrick's fake dad.
No, I don't
You know
remember
what I'm
this.
talking about?
No.
Wait, Marty? Who are you people? Do you remember talking about?
No, I don't remember
You guys
this
have-
at all.
You guys don't watch SpongeBob.
I clearly don't watch it. I don't watch it anymore. I watch
catch
it
it
when I was a kid.
in clinic sometimes.
Okay.
I get to watch all the old episodes.
That makes sense.
To refresh the memory.
That, of course, is Paul Manafort's cellmate, David Morgan. How's it going, buddy?
Me, I came up with my own name today.
Yeah,
I want to pitch
I'm
that
real
out.
lazy this week in coming up with stuff. It's actually a decent news week, I'd say, but
Yeah.
we're not going to talk about all the fun news stuff. We can talk about whatever. We're free balling it this week. Bow, bow, bow.
Well, yeah, unlike last week where it was very on topic the whole time.
Yeah.
Talking about like Seinfelders.
Yeah, we did for a while. All right, the first story here is about Gamescom this week. Gamescom, if you don't know, is basically European E3. A bunch of announcement stuff happens. There's less emphasis on like the showcases and stuff like that. We do get a bunch of announcements and stuff like that. And I'm just going to read through a big list of announcements so we can talk about them at our leisure as we decide. The story comes from Kotaku UK and just written by the general Kotaku staff. I think editor Alex Walker did it and news editor Lauren Dale are the two main contributors. And it reads, or it doesn't read as follows. It lists as follows. Saints Row the Third is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Why?
I don't know.
Why not?
Why not?
Portability.
Yeah.
Alright, got that one.
Copy paste Switch version, you know? That's
Yeah,
a
easy
Switch
peasy.
PNG. During Microsoft Inside Xbox stream, a limited edition PUBG controller was shown off, and as well as PUBG Battlegrounds 1.0 is finally launching on Xbox One on September 4th.
It will still run bad.
Yeah.
And
A little too late.
But
Fortnite.
it will be called 1. And unlike that, Fortnite, in its 5th season, early access. Why? Why are we like
Is it
this?
on season 6 now?
I think it's 5 or 6. I
I thought it was 5.
And every time you boot it up,
They're
it says,
starting to tease the next stuff because like
The cube or whatever?
The cube.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Huh? No.
Just from like this like an opening appears in the sky and a giant like pink laser comes down and then just a cube appears.
They keep doing this
They're
wacky
doing
shit.
wacky, and they got rid of Tomato Town. It's now Tomato Temple now.
I really like how they.
There's like a temple of the Tomato Man. Or
If
whatever.
you
really
have
funny.
the resources to make the same map fun forever, I think
Yeah,
that's
I
better
think-
than having multiple.
I was always on the
Keep the map the same.
no, I was always on the it needs new maps and stuff like that. But I like the
rotating
dynamic.
map.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
It's a
very
good balance between PUBG where all 2/3 of the maps everybody hates.
Yeah.
And then you have the one
I think what it would be really interesting if they have limited time events where it would like go back to like the OG map or go back to like
they will.
the first
They
Tilted
will.
Town. I don't think that would
They
be
will.
interesting, but who knows?
The cube.
Yeah, the cube.
Interesting.
Next up, we got a good look at the camp building elements in Fallout 76. They're exactly the same as Fallout 4.
God damn it.
Devil
you, Bethesda.
May Cry 5 has a release date of March 8th, 2019. Aaron, how hyped are you?
Oh, that's very exciting.
Yeah, I see how hyped you are.
Yeah. Real exciting. The fucking motorcycle thing was sick where
Yeah.
Dante like jumps off a cliff and just rips his motorcycle in half and starts beating people with it.
Yeah.
That was pretty exciting. I'm really hyped to see all the different types of like just ridiculous over the top weapons and like bosses and stuff.
Go watch IGN's gameplay. They actually played it pretty well. It's hard to find somebody who like is still good enough at a Devil May Cry game to make it look good instead of just mashing X or whatever. But they did a good job, and it's like 15 minutes. It's like the whole Gamescom demo on their page.
That's awesome.
I watched it before we came. It looks great. That game's gonna be great.
We also got there's a new mobile app for Xbox Game Pass subscribers so you can manage your games and consoles. Another way in which Xbox caters to their online service way better than PlayStation ever. A Plague's Tale: Innocence got a new gameplay trailer.
What?
I don't know what that is.
A Plague's Tale.
Innocent.
A Plague Tale.
A Plague Tale. Innocence.
A plague, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't
Deck
know what that is.
13 released the gameplay trailer for The Surge 2. Who needs that?
Wait.
The Surge is like the Dark Souls-like
Wait, they're
game.
already making a sequel to that piece of shit?
Like, dude, this game reminds me a lot of, what was the fucking one shitty-ass Dark Souls game?
The mech one?
No.
That's that one.
That's this one. The
They made it.
Lords of the Fallen.
They made that
they
game.
made Lords of the Fallen.
They are
too?
just the shitty Souls ripoff
Yeah,
people.
they're bad. Real Legion is an RTS about creating your own cult. That's coming out soon, I guess.
I kind of like that. Aaron,
as a pitch, that sounds cool.
as an aside, have you ever seen the Warhammer Total War games?
Mm-mm.
They're like RTS.
Don't become one of these people.
No, I got a friend in my Discord server, well, Cheyenne's Discord server.
He is one of these people?
He's one of those people.
Don't become one
And
of
he's
these
like,
people.
dude, check it out. It looks fun. If you ever wanted to dip into that when it's on sale, let me know. Because they're like, I think they're RTSs, like kind of like Warcraft.
They kind of are, yeah.
Yeah. They're really cool looking, and they like people love the shit out of them. So I don't know, just
Yeah,
think
I'll check
about
it out.
RTS is over my head. Usually, I suck at them, but I'd be willing to try one. If that one's good, I'll try it. Why not?
Trials Rising is coming out February 12th, and it has a beta next month. I'll probably sign up for that. That game looked pretty neat at E3. So
Yeah, I was
why
never
not?
good at those though.
Forza Horizon 4's minimum specs on PC are lower than that of Forza
Yay!
Horizon 3. David has been hamming up that.
I'll finally get to play it.
Yeah. Call of Cthulhu got a new trailer. So
Yay!
there's that.
Also
I don't
good news.
know anything about that. Ubisoft had a story trailer for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it looks cool. And there's no Assassin's Creed title in 2019. That I didn't know. That doesn't really surprise me per se, but it is cool to see them.
Well, I think what happened is they have 2 development teams. Well, they have like 5.
They
For
have
all the
like
Assassin's
12
Creed,
development teams,
but they
all-
work
all
on the
work
Assassin's
same thing.
Creed games.
That's why they all feel exactly the same.
I think what they did is like you got to think you got one on, one off, one on, and then you're doing that every 2 years, and then you make fucking what was the last one called? Origins. Bam, that's gonna take a long time to develop, and then you got Odyssey.
Origins was last year.
So yeah, but you had the.
Oh,
this one
you're
on
saying there's gonna be
they,
like a
they
break in
stacked
between.
them
Okay,
big, and
yeah,
now
yeah.
we have to wait because like
Okay.
the cycle's broken now. Like they pumped one out one after the other. Now they
The
gotta
cycle has broken.
take a break. I think that's what happened though.
But didn't they outright say that they want to make Odyssey like a games as a service kind of thing? Like they want to service Odyssey.
Well, they already did that with Origins.
They tried to do that with Origins. Like, not tried, but like they did it with
They
Origins.
put-
Like their plan
things-
was to keep adding content to Odyssey for the next
damn
like
it.
2 years.
Fucking
and then,
stop with this bull. I don't have time to play the same fucking game for 3. God of War was perfect. God of War, make a game that's good and then stop adding shit. They added New Game Plus to be fair, but I mean
That's not the
it's
same
not
as
the
like
same
adding content.
as that we added a mission this week.
Yeah.
Man, I don't.
I don't know. Like some of that stuff, I really liked when The Witcher did that. The Witcher, like when
That's
they were
true.
every week they added like a new thing. Like and it was like even small stuff. I would be like, "Fuck yeah, man!" Like the new Yennefer outfit or something like that. That was cool.
Games don't need to be like evergreen, like constantly moving things.
They
Like,
do, man. Apparently, that's
I don't think that's gonna help sales. I think they're just doing it because it's trendy.
It must not help sales. It must help like people not. I mean, it must help sales in the sense that like it keeps people from like trading in the game, which keeps somebody else from buying the used game, which then
yeah.
keeps people buying.
That's
new
a good
games.
point. I
Does
never
make
thought of
sense?
that. Yeah. Okay.
So that's and so even people who don't play it, they're still like on the like how many games have you had that you're like, oh, I'm gonna get to that eventually. Or, you know what I'm saying?
I'm on like 3 of those right now.
Yeah. So. Microsoft gave us a little glimpse of Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Jesus Christ! So Ori's kinky now. And the Will of the Wisps. And there's a speedrunning mode called Spirit Trials that like you can compete like
Cool.
asynchronously with people and like do all that stuff.
Great.
Looks pretty cool. We're getting a new Settlers game in 2019. No idea what Settlers is. I have no idea.
Oh, I
Sounds like a PC Dork shit.
I just heard about this before we came here.
Is it like Settlers of Catan?
No, it's
The game's fun, dude.
I don't know what but
I've completely
that?
forgotten what they said it was. Whatever. Disregard everything I just said.
Bandai Namco revealed 6 new fighters jumping into the fray in Jump Force. That's the anime like fighting game. You remember
Yeah,
that?
I think Ahsoka from Hunter x
I
Hunter
click
is apparently how you say it.
know,
Is in
know
there.
them all.
I'm still gonna say Hunter x Hunter, but I think Ahsoka's in there, which makes me which makes me kind
Gon
of
and Hisoka, Sanji,
yeah.
Sabo, and Blackbeard from One Piece, and Vegeta from DBZ.
This is one of those things that I would like to play, but like I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah, no.
Is it true that Frieza is Vegeta from the future Trunks timeline?
I have
I
no
have
fucking
no-
idea. That
Is that
sounds
true?
like
That's some
nonsense. But
bullshit,
I don't
You
yeah.
can tell I just listened to Easy Allies before we came here because they said that and I was like, that sounds like nonsense.
That sounds like some
Let me fact
nonsense.
check.
But, I mean, I have no idea, but it
That's
sounds
like low-key annoying.
like
if it
I
is,
don't
but it
want that
sounds
to
like
be
something
true.
they could do.
Yeah.
Let me look this up.
We also have a new trailer for Life is Strange Season 2. 19 minutes of gameplay. It's going to be $35, which a lot of people have been complaining about. I think that's fine. I don't really have a big problem with that. Like, if you want to play the game, that's cool. If you don't, you don't have to. The Sekiro Shadows Die Twice has got a release date of March 22nd, as well as some new gameplay stuff. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it looked awesome. Did you see the one? I think it was like Alana tweeted where guy like was fighting this like big monster thing. and he just fucking like suplexes him and throws him off a
It
cliff.
looks fucking sick. I know we were a little down about that during the Yeet Index game hype ratings.
Because of like Activision and taking away the RPG stuff.
Yeah, but I thought it looks like a FromSoft game. Like
I think it looks exactly the same. It looks a lot like Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it. I can't confirm that, so it's probably bullshit.
What's the best DBZ saga?
Cell.
It's probably Cell, but I like Boo more, I think.
Boo, I had a lot of fun with. That's like the one I remember the best.
That's
think,
the one I
being a kid,
remember.
but
It was the
Cell
most
was awesome.
Traumatizing.
I used to have fun drawing little Mahjong symbols all the time. That was my big thing.
I drew all the characters.
The Boo Saga was also
I
like
draw
the most
Piccolo.
annoying one to watch, just because like as a kid the episodes were like 30 minutes of people like shitting themselves.
Dude,
And
it was
then,
like 30 minutes of like, we're going to the hyperbaric time chamber and just waste this half a
Well,
season.
They'd spend forever building you up on this one character. They would go in and Boo would just annihilate them, and then another person would just go in and get fucking destroyed.
Well, also, like, you remember when Boo, like, turned himself into, like, liquid and, like, went into people's bodies?
I don't remember. Yeah, I
And
do,
blew
yeah.
them up from the
Yeah,
inside.
that was cool.
It was incredibly dark. That
Boo was
shit-
OP, man.
I remember one scene from the Cell Saga, though.
But Bibbidi
where-
was cool.
Who?
Yeah, Bibbidi was the
Bibbidi
like the
Bobbidi
guy.
or
Was that the guy with
the-
the M on his head?
Yeah, the
yellow
like
guy?
the yellow
Yeah.
like alien looking guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do remember him.
He was cool.
Yeah,
I
the
liked
Boo
him.
Saga was alright. Cell's the best, I think.
Yeah, I like.
I like-
Team
I like-
Gohan is best Gohan too. That's part of the reason the Cell Saga is the one.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
The only, I just didn't like. I don't know. Cell as a character, I don't like as much as Boo or Frieza.
Cell was a good bad
Well,
guy.
because Cell's, like, so, like, trite now. It's, like...
Cell
He
is
was
like
trite when he came out.
the stereotypical like anime bad guy in my opinion.
Well, I like his first...
as opposed to Boo. You know what I'm saying? Well, like the later instance of what is it called?
Final Cell... No.
Whatever.
Final Cell?
No. I'm saying for Boo, his last like, when he's like the skinny
Kid
one.
Boo?
No,
Kid
not-
Boo was sick, dude. That one was in the fucking Budokai games. He was so
Well,
hard.
Kid Boo is, like, the true form, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
that one was more like Cell, where it was like the fat Boo was like fun and happy.
I
and
liked
still killing
Majin.
people
Well,
with it.
Majin Buu wasn't really evil on purpose.
Yeah, but like I don't know, and he was turning people to chocolate. That was really fun.
Also, eventually, Boo like turns into late in the.
He is Goku and some bullshit.
No, he literally becomes like a little kid named Oob, who's like a good guy.
Oh, great.
Well, that sounds.
I think they're doing that with Frieza, and that's what I heard. I think they're making Frieza a good guy in, like, Super or something.
Yeah.
But, what the fuck were we
Did they
talking
erase
about?
GX or whatever? From
I
the
want to
canon?
talk about video games.
GT, I think.
GT, GX.
GT's trash.
GTX sounds like a fucking
And it had the
motocross.
worst
Like,
theme song.
Anyway.
Sekiro. I wasn't very high on this. According to our Yeet Index, I think I gave it a 3. But after seeing
No way
the
to know.
gameplay, it looks... Yeah, no way to check that. It looks like it's going to be a even more aggressive version of Bloodborne. Like,
Yeah.
it looks like you have to... And the break meter is a lot like Neo, right?
Okay, I'm into that.
The stagger, like
Yeah.
and you have to finish, like, big enemies with a stagger.
I'm cool with that.
So it's... And if you take their health all the way down, I guess all it does is make them unable to regenerate their stagger meter until you finally get the kill. So I think it looks really awesome, and the tools and stuff look really great too. I've watched the gameplay. It's fucking cool.
I love the crazy, like, the shit that you can do with that arm. Like, the
Yeah.
sparkler thing that you have. That's so cool.
Yeah, and I like the grappling hook. And the act. Everything looks great. I'm hopeful now. I mean, seeing it, I can kind of tell that the engine's a little dated. That's maybe my only
The
complaint.
engine is super dated.
The
I think
graphics aren't that great.
like I didn't love like I enjoyed the RPG stuff in Bloodborne as much as you guys did, but like I don't play those games like 50 different
For
times
that
with like different builds every time. So
Yeah.
like I don't think the RPG stuff is gonna bother me as much.
Well, it's not trying to be
But
that.
I
I
know.
think as soon as everybody kind of accepts that this isn't just Dark Souls again, and it's just a single player, just action game, then I think it'll be like, okay, that's what I'm getting into. That's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's it for everything that happened at Gamescom. Did you Have anything else to talk about with Gamescom? I feel like there was something else.
Well, Blizzard had their little...
Oh, yeah, Overwatch. That's what I wanted to bring up. Overwatch got a new map.
Did they announce the next patch? I don't even know.
A new map. I don't know about a patch.
What does that mean?
They're adding a map.
There's a map for Overwatch.
Oh.
Not WoW.
Okay, I was literally just thinking WoW. I was like,
You
how the fuck are you
filtered
adding
everything.
a map for
Yeah.
WoW?
Yeah, they're adding a map to Overwatch. WoW, they released the Ajara trailer.
That's it?
Well, it was like a Warbringers.
Yeah, but that's it.
Well, I think it's
we knew that was coming.
We already have a raid on the way, dude. This is the one after.
Well, that's what I'm
that.
saying. I thought they were going to like release information about the upcoming raid and then the following patch, like 8.1 or whatever.
Oh,
it is.
I don't. Well, the raid releases in 2 weeks. Why would they announce that?
I'm saying, like, why wouldn't they tease the upcoming patch? Like, we know Aldir is coming. We've known.
That's
since...
not 8.1, is it?
No.
Well, then.
That's what I'm saying.
Chill.
I thought they were going
No.
to tease what's coming. In
I think they're just
8.1.
showing
What do you mean
what's
chill.
I mean, all the content's not even out yet for BFA. Like, they're still trickling out, like, the last pieces, and then they'll get
Yeah,
to
but you think since we have no idea where they're going with the story, like, that's what...
I mean, this is what that... It's Old Gods. It's Ajara and Old Gods. This is the raid.
Oh my
next.
god, okay.
What do you mean?
I'm saying, why wouldn't they, like, talk about that exactly? Like, tell us what their plan is with the old gods. Like,
I didn't watch
here's
the whole conference.
8.1.
I assumed that the Warbringers trailer was supposed to address that and be like, hey, here's a teaser for what's coming.
I
like,
guess, yeah.
They did the job for me. I'm like, yeah, that's what I expected. I'm happy that I was right and that, well, everybody
The
was right.
Warbringers thing literally just shows how Ajara became a Naga.
Did you watch it?
Yes.
I didn't watch it. So, cool.
So it's all stuff that we already knew. I mean, it was really cool, don't get me wrong.
Well,
I'm saying it would have been nice if they teased
right.
what's coming in the upcoming major content patch.
I get it.
Like, I don't understand why you're so fucking...
Well, because, like, you're like, oh, where's 8.1? And we haven't even seen the first raid. I want to, like, get to that, and then we can start thinking about...
I'm not saying I'm mad that we didn't see it. I'm just surprised that we didn't get something besides the Warbringers thing that we already knew about.
Yeah, I didn't know about it, so I'm naive. So I take it back. I honestly just don't. I don't know what the plan is after Old Year. I assume they're going to talk about the raid in 8.1.
Yeah.
And hopefully the fucking Allied races. I want Dark Iron Dwarves. goddammit. That's what they should have mentioned, but.
Yeah, it's a little annoying that you can't do that already, especially since like that's been teased since before the fucking pre-patch.
That's probably all in 8.1, and so are all the shaman fixes. So, whatever, we'll see. You're right, though. Yeah, I guess they should have said something a little more substantial, but
again, I'm not mad that they didn't, but it would have been cool if they did.
I agree.
I'm surprised that they didn't.
I agree. And Overwatch, the new map is called what again? I don't remember.
Unclear. It's in South Korea.
It's
like
it's
Diva's map.
It was a Diva. It's got a short cinematic.
Yeah.
Short film.
Yeah, she got a little.
And then they got...
What's Hammond up to, dude? I haven't played since Hammond.
He's just...
You mean Wrecking Ball?
Being called Wrecking Ball, which is the
it's terrible.
biggest offense.
Also, everybody sucks with him online. Like
he's hard. He's just useless.
Like, I don't know.
Is he just not good?
He's like anyone that's using him is like doing it for like the thrill of using Hammond. Like basically,
he has no utility. He doesn't have any shielding abilities.
He looks so good. Like you can swing around.
He should be like fucking Diva and pop out of his thing and be a hamster when he dies with like 100 health. Is what
well, like here's how I think of Wrecking Ball.
There's probably a way to use it, but just not.
He should have been the protagonist of his own game, because all of his mechanics are very fun, but they don't fit into Overwatch as a multiplayer.
Like the whole spinning around thing, that can fuck people up. But there's like 3 instances per map where that's even possible.
Yeah,
and like they're not. None of them are like.
It takes one Mei or Reinhardt or anything to just stop him.
Yeah.
So. He's just
he's not
a literal goofball.
Yeah. That brings us to the next bit of news I have here. It comes from Heather Alexandria over at Kotaku, and it's about CD Projekt Red tweeting some jokes. Apparently, the official Cyberpunk 2077 Twitter account courted controversy today after a tweet that some considered transphobic. This is not the first time that a CD Projekt Red affiliate Twitter account has needed to apologize for a tweet. Responding to a fan on Twitter earlier today, the official Cyberpunk 2077 Twitter account referenced an internet meme mocking transgender people, saying, "Did you just assume their gender?" The tweet said. The account was replying to a fan saying they wanted more from the guys at Gamescom. CD Projekt Red is currently showing Cyberpunk 2077 at the event. While this tweet is not explicitly transphobic, the meme is referenced largely due to the blah 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 blah. We all understand.
I get it.
The tweet was later deleted and an apology was issued. Sorry for all those offended by one of our responses sent from an account earlier. The tweet of the official Cyberpunk 2077 Twitter account said, "Harming anyone was never our intention." What do you guys make of this?
I bet the game... okay, so I don't really know where they're based out of Poland, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know where Poland's social politics lie, but I'm less upset about like the offensiveness of the joke and more upset about the dated shittiness of the joke. Like, are you still saying that now? Like, that was like people thought that was funny like a year ago, and like for a PR guy to be like, yeah, this will get him. Like, that's kind of where I'm like,
I feel like that's how most PR jokes are. They're
just
like a years old joke.
Fucking memes. Yeah, I bet the game's politics will be good because they're going for the. I mean, we don't really know, right? But you would have to assume that if it's in the future, you've got to be thinking about how people can augment themselves and how like identity politics work and all that. So I bet the game will be, because I mean, The Witcher was pretty. It didn't. I mean it had inherent probably like sexism and stuff. I don't really know how I would rationalize it.
Like 1 and 2, like I feel like.
Well, yeah, but I mean 3 I think did a good job with all of their female characters and things, and I think CD Projekt Red have good enough writers to make it all make sense, and I think in a future scape they will deal with all of those politics well. This is just a bad joke that obviously people got offended by because it's harmful to the trans community, but. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than how's the game?
I'm literally listening. You're making a point. What do you want me to look at you every time you fucking talk?
I'm done making my point. I would like someone.
You were like literally wrapping it up, man.
Take the torch from me. I don't.
Aaron, what do you got to say?
I don't have anything else to say.
I mean, it sucks. Don't say shitty things, I guess.
All right, cool.
That guy's probably not running their Twitter
I'm
anymore.
not gonna sit here and try to like rationalize that. Oh, it's not that bad or whatever. Like, 'cause that's for fucking other podcasts to do that. I don't
expected better from CD Projekt Red, dude. We're so high on them.
I'm not that surprised that one of them said this though. Like, they almost seem to have that. Like, what was that one studio that made what was the fucking RPG this year that literally everyone stopped talking about in a day?
I don't think they're that bad. I know
they're not, but they have that same like.
You're just saying that because they're Eastern European.
Yeah,
I don't
Eastern
know.
European.
That's why you're just
like,
stereotyping Eastern European.
I am.
What studio are you talking about?
The guy, the
Kingdom something.
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh, yeah. that was way worse.
Yeah,
well, no, it was, but like
he's saying like if they're that, but in secret.
Well, they have that like. I start to think that like maybe Eastern European social politics just aren't like they're
they're
like,
very regressive.
Like, so is Australia. So when I see an Australian saying something fucking weird on the internet, I'm like, yeah, it's just kind of your country's just like that. I mean, I'm not giving them a pass, but I'm like, for being who they are, they've done a pretty good job at like not being that guy from Kingdom Come Deliverance, which could be worse, I guess.
That's a pretty fucking low bar, man.
Yeah.
The bar lowering. I don't know. Yeah, this is bad. Don't tweet homophobic or whatever. Don't tweet homophobic stuff.
Don't be phobic.
It's dumb,
don't
dude.
say shitty things.
People don't think this is like that big a deal, and that's like very frustrating to me because like it's like it's not like it's just so like I don't understand how people don't understand how people don't understand that like every little thing is like then in turn piles up. Like if you make this joke and the attack helicopter joke and the
making oppressed groups the butt of
like
a bunch of
so
jokes
shitty. Like, I don't
only
get it.
makes it harder for them to like get where they need to be.
It doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't serve any purpose either. Like I don't understand the need to do it.
This was totally like just an uncalled for.
Like you're just being edgy, basically.
Like literally, like the kid who was saying that wasn't. I don't know. The person saying this wasn't like being provocative to a joke.
He was literally he's like, I wanted more from you guys.
You guys are cool, and then they're like, hey, this is a good chance to. I heard the kids saying this one backstage. I better break this out on Twitter.
Knock this one out.
Oh Jesus!
So, yeah,
I can't articulate how I feel about it, but yeah, you just shouldn't.
It's just dumb. Yeah, don't do that. Anyway,
just don't be a dick.
Yeah, and yeah, the people being like, oh, it's just a joke. You're dumb. You're dumb.
Yeah,
and your opinions.
There are better jokes.
Yeah, it's not even like. Yes, there are better jokes, but like even if the joke is like more funny and still transphobic, that doesn't make it good. You know
okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
That's what
I'm not trying to. Don't get it twisted. You don't have. If you need to be offensive for the sake of a joke, I think you might not be funny.
Yeah, exactly. That's the takeaway.
Yep.
That brings us to, well, we did announcements and delays. Everything was from Gamescom. That was the big announcements and delays of this week. And then games coming out this week. Tuesday, Yakuza Kiwami is coming out on PS4 and PC.
Cool.
And Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, is that what it is?
Yes.
Is coming out on Switch. And then Friday, Divinity Original Sin 2 coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
Right? Yep.
Yeah. Are we talking about that? No.
I don't know. No, we're not.
We're not.
I don't know. Are we?
You
literally told us no before we started the podcast.
Well, I forgot about the plan for this week. So
okay, cool.
But no, I'm really excited for was Forsaken on there?
Oh yeah, is that next week or?
I think it's the week after. My bad.
I'm pretty sure that's September.
You're right. Yeah. But no, I'm really excited for Monster Hunter. I don't know if I'm gonna play it though, because World was just so much smoother, and it made it easier to play. It just was a lot of quality of life changes, and I've heard going back to Generations would be kind of like hard at this point. I mean, you could get used to it, I guess, but it'd be like imagine in like WoW or something if they took away all of the quality of life changes from the last like 7 years at once. That's kind of how it would be. Like you have to go buy mining picks, which then break. You have to buy whetstones, which then break.
It's like going back in any franchise. Like if you played Uncharted 4 and then went back to Uncharted 1.
Oh, it's
like
it's fucking. That game sucks, by the way. Uncharted 1's a bad game.
Nah, it's not bad.
Fuck off. Have you played the Ski-Doo section lately?
The Ski-Doo section is bad.
I feel like David just had a really bad time at that part.
It's a terrible game.
You just triggered him.
It's just enemies, like waves of enemies.
He's got a lot of enemies.
One little section where you're shooting like 100 guys, and they never stop.
Is it Uncharted 2 where you go to like Nepal or whatever?
Yeah,
and
that game's great.
Was fucking bad though.
What?
Like the part where it wasn't bad. It was
the
hard.
inside ice cave part.
No. The part where you run through those like towers that are collapsing and there's like snipers and then guys with shotguns that are like coming around the. I'm not saying it's like poorly.
I played that game on hard.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the ice. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about when you're hanging out with tents?
It might not even be Uncharted 2. It's like you're going through these like towers that are like collapsing kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there's snipers up here.
Yeah, this
and there's guys with fucking like riot shields.
Oh, I know exactly.
It's
toward the end of 2. I know exactly the fucking part.
Fucking
I played that shit on hard.
So did I, and it was like
I don't remember this part too.
Fuck! It's like at the very end.
Yeah, it's
what's
really
her name?
close to
Elena. You're with her, and you're trying to escape the secret city.
Spoilers. I think it's like right around the time the part where like she gets injured and everybody thinks she's gonna die or something. And then
did that happen in 2?
Yes.
Is it 2? I don't even.
Are you sure not with Chloe?
No, it's 100% 2 because I don't remember 3 at all.
Because you're with Chloe for most of 2. You're only with Elena for a little bit, aren't you?
It's at the end.
Yeah, it's at the end when you think like.
No,
Elena's
in the middle's
dead.
When you're with Elena because like you meet her in that one and then like the
part
cameraman she's like with gets shot like randomly.
I think maybe you're trying to find Elena or something.
Maybe.
Isn't she wearing like a big orange puffy coat?
I don't remember, dude.
You remember 3.
I remember the part you're talking about.
I don't even remember the bad guy in 3.
Dude, you went on the shipping part in 3 with the fucking. You don't remember the fucking.
I remember the
ship graveyard.
That shit was fucking cool.
The desert.
I remember the desert. That's
the boat. You're on that big boat. That part's fucking
3
awesome.
is underrated.
3 is really.
I'm not
good.
saying it's bad. I'm saying I have no memory of it whatsoever.
And the fucking the end part where you go to the like weird city and you're drinking the shit that like makes you hallucinate.
That's
shit.
like the desert part.
That's the end of it, bro.
Young
you really don't remember the shipyard shit? That was awesome.
Who is the fucking bad guy in 3?
It's the girl. No, it's her name's I can't remember.
And she just sounds
Doesn't she like vaguely look like Hillary Clinton kind of?
No, she looks like Claire McCaskill, senator from Louisiana. That's what she looks like.
She sends like well-to-do upper-class guys in tuxedos to get murdered at your hands.
Yeah, all the time.
Which makes no fucking sense.
What? Oh shit! Was it 3 or 4 where you're like?
Oh, the beginnings of the barroom fight with the bald English guy.
Is that 3 or 4?
That's 3.
3.
Yeah.
What's the one? That's 4. Where you're going with like Drake's brother through that with Sully, like through that ballroom kind of thing.
Yeah, Drake's brother's only in 4. Yeah. Oh, the ballroom part. Yeah, that's like the first like mission you do.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The stealth part. That's cool.
Yeah, no.
Today's the basically Sony exclusive show because we're going to be talking about another game here pretty soon.
But yeah, no, I really. Yeah, no. Uncharted 1's good. Uncharted 1's
I loved Uncharted 1 when I played it.
There's Nazi zombies.
The other one is great. Oh yeah, I don't get the U-boat shit. Oh,
like if there's one criticism I could say about the series is that I remember 1, 2, and 4. For some reason, 3.
How do you not remember the boat part in 3?
My memory.
It's fucking like a great set piece.
Yeah,
I do not remember.
The art design.
I thought you said
Adele Dazeem.
Art design for 3's that level in particular. I was like, how did they do this?
I need to just play it again because I don't remember.
You should. It's really good.
Yeah, like oh god, so good. You'll remember. There's no way it's not somewhere in your head.
I'm sure once I see it, I'll be like, oh okay.
There's no way.
Yep.
It does take some liberties with like you just get back and Elena's like, all right, let's take a nap and then we'll get back out there drink. It's pretty weird, but whatever. Yeah, so that's all the games out this week.
Cool.
Why did we start talking about that?
I was saying like going back in any franchise.
Oh,
is hard.
Okay.
Comparing it to Monster Hunter, and then we went on a big.
Somebody said Uncharted, and I got mad.
No, you said Uncharted. I thought.
I don't remember.
No, I did. I brought it up. I was
okay.
like, yeah, going from Uncharted 4 to Uncharted 1.
Okay, and then I remember I remember him freaking out.
Game's so bad.
That brings us to the predict the Metacritic.
My favorite part.
This is part of the podcast where we predict all the games coming out in September and what their scores will be.
Who won?
Last month, if this will load, I got Overcooked right. I was off by 1 point. In second place was Aaron, also off by 1 point, but I was lower. We Happy Few, David nailed 4 points off. Really just beat everybody else, but pretty bad right there. The Walking Dead episode 1, Aaron won that one by 1 point. He beat David, who was off by 2.
Damn.
Dead Cells, I got nailed it. I was off by 1 point to everybody else is pretty far off. Battle for Azeroth is David wins that one by 1. He beat Aaron, who had 3 points. So
nice.
The new standings are I have 8, David has 8, and Aaron has 6.
And Drew
has 12 and
would
Cheyenne has
still
6.
be winning if you were playing.
Yep. So that brings us to September.
Cool.
When we will discuss. There's a bunch of shit coming out.
Bunch of really good games this month. One would presume.
Start of the holiday season. So
Yep.
we starting off. I guess we will start off with this one. We'll do Spider-Man. Aaron, what are you giving Spider-Man?
Give it a 92.
92 from Aaron Weeks. Aaron M. Weeks on Twitter. I'm gonna
high hopes, dude.
I'm gonna go a little lower. Say 88.
Okay.
That's what I think they've shown a lot of good stuff from it. I think they're gonna take a few points off here and there for some nitpicky stuff. Maybe the QuickTime events
85
is gonna. Oh, that's too low. That's too low. I gotta be honest.
We will see.
That's too low.
I would rather be wrong and wrong by a lot than playing it safe with the pack.
I think it's going to review high just because people have been like clamoring for a really good Spider-Man
that
game
is
for a long time.
Not how objective review should work, and I don't think that's true. But
Yeah,
I'm not saying that they're going to fucking like give it a high score, like give it a pass on its like shortcomings because it's a good Spider-Man game. I'm just saying I think people are going to be really excited about it, and it's going to review well because.
What if it sucked?
You've seen hyped up games reviewed poorly before. I even if like 20% of the reviewers are like Super Spider-Man, like I'm ready for Spider-Man 2 again. If it's bad, like you can't.
I just think this is going to be the Spider-Man that
I understand because everybody
What
has
if it
wanted
sucks?
this.
That would suck.
What if it is bad?
God, that would suck.
Like,
what if it's like an empty world and like
what if it's just mediocre?
the story?
That
isn't
almost
that
would be
good?
more like a 77, and it's like it's all right. And like,
But I trust that they made Sunset Overdrive fucking underplayed and underrated. It's so good.
I wish I could play that.
It's so good. Anyway, next up we got Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna say it's gonna get an 84.
Are we doing? Is Cheyenne phoning in?
Yeah, I get it. Do you want to call her?
Why don't we just have her
We'll
record them?
do it later. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Cheyenne's
We'll
will
do 'em
go.
at the end.
Hers will go at the end.
Yep.
Okay.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I don't give a fuck.
You've made this abundantly clear.
Fuck. 88. I bet
88?
I bet it'll review very well.
No way in hell.
I was going to say 84, but I'll give it an 85 now.
Didn't the other ones get like high 80s, low 90s, all across the whole shit?
This one's also made by a different
Oh no, I didn't know that.
No, you're out.
I didn't know. Fuck you.
Made by a different team.
There's
I
a
don't
Tomb
care
Raider, like new Tomb Raider at like arcade game at Dave & Buster's now.
Is that good?
It was pretty fun. Yeah,
It's
it's like the
Tomb
first
Raider.
level of Tomb Raider where you're like shooting wolves and guys.
God damn it.
It's the first level of Tomb Raider, so you shoot somebody and she's like, oh yeah! And then like 10
You
minutes
literally,
later,
you know
she's
the
like,
scene where she's like everything's on fire and she sees the guys and like you're sneaking through the bushes
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
It's that like you find her in the
Okay.
bushes and then you have to shoot those
Why
guys.
would it be made by a different team?
Because that team is making the Avengers game.
God damn it.
Crystal
Alright,
Dynamics.
I'll just take that one on the chin. It's fine. I was going to win that one anyway.
Life is Strange episode 1.
You want me to start?
Yep.
79.
79.
Those games never, I think, have reviewed that high. People love them.
If you're not familiar, Life is Strange now not about Chloe and Max. It's about 2 Latino boys who are escaping
Is it a
their
prequel?
family or something like that. No, it's just in the universe.
Oh,
I
alright.
assume he has the same like time rewinding powers and stuff, but like
Oh, so it's like an anthology.
yeah, basically.
Alright.
I'll give it an 82. Did somebody say that?
82? No. David's the only one that said anything. I'm just gonna go high to separate myself from you guys. I'm gonna go 86, a little higher, from you guys.
All right.
Destiny 2, The Forsaken.
The real divider right here. I think this could make or break the win.
Yeah.
I want it to be good, but I think it's gonna be like just another Destiny expansion.
Gotta think. I mean, PR's
I don't want to give it another
otherwise.
like 85, but that's what I'm feeling. I'm gonna give it like an
87.
Oof, that's pretty high.
Yeah,
I was gonna go.
Hurts.
I was gonna go pretty high.
What do you got? Oh no, it's my turn.
Go.
I'm gonna give it a 76 because fuck Destiny. I don't even care if I'm wrong.
It's 82, and I think I'm on the money. I bet it'll be exactly.
Fuck Destiny. Now, I don't want to say it because I hate Destiny so much, but I think everybody's gonna like laud this as like the next Taken King.
Which is the most fucked up thing.
It's 100% gonna happen
because
I'm sure of it.
They just scammed people twice.
I'm sure everybody's gonna be like, it's the Taken King.
I mean, that's what they're selling it as.
Round 2.
Bungie's like, we're making a change. Mm-hmm. We are gonna save Destiny, and it's looking like
fuck that.
They're bringing it back.
Donut County. I'm gonna give it 83. It looks really cute.
Fucking awesome. It's like Katamari Damacy, but you play a hole.
Yeah.
Like literally, it speaks to me. 86. I want it to be good. Want it to be good so bad.
856.
I thought it was an RPG, and then I watched gameplay, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, no.
Not even close.
I'll be honest, I've seen literally nothing from this game. I'm gonna give it an 80.
80. That's what I.
Have you seen the trailer? It's really cute. It's funny. 2 raccoons are playing it.
And then last but not least, we have Valkyria Chronicles 4. Who started that one? I started that one. So David, you started this one.
People really like these games. 81.
81.
I don't really know. I think they do pretty well. This is like a sequel after a long time.
78. Yeah, is that the first 70? No, I guess 76. I'm going to give this one a high 86.
Okay.
Because I think people are going to be really happy that this is on the Switch. And that's
it is?
Be a big deal for a lot of people.
Well,
what?
Isn't that like almost the same argument I made about Spiderman?
I was about to say that's the same.
It's not the same. Like I think the fact that it's on Switch is going to give it bonus points because that's like a whole new way to play.
Well, I think the fact that the new Spider-Man is like a new fucking.
Right, but that's just like
hardware can.
Those are a little different.
Enjoyability.
All right, the fucking a new Spider-Man on next gen consoles is a hardware like.
I'm saying those are different.
It's different.
I think those are different.
It's the same argument.
Because one is like you giving bias.
Either way, it's bias.
Well, one is you giving bias because something like is something you like, whereas the other one is giving is you're having bias because it's providing a whole new way to play a game. You know what I'm saying? Like
I guess, but the something you like also applies to the fact that it's on the Switch. Like if I'm a Switch exclusive player, which I understand that's probably not a thing for most people that play these games, but like if I just like having games on the Switch. Like, it's the same.
But, like, it's literally, like, tangibly different than just having, like, your favorite, like, superhero in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I think it's different.
It's a proven method of changing the way you play rather than just your preconceptions at work.
All right, that's fair.
That's how I would say it. But that's it for...
Your Cheyennes. Thanks.
All right.
Your scores.
She better give me this fucking today.
Does she know she's due?
Or not. I don't know. You'll find out on Monday.
Yeah. That brings us to what we have been playing. Hold on. Do it again. 3, 2, 1. Nice job, Cheyenne, if you did that. I don't know if you did or not. But that brings us to what we have been playing. And David, why don't you start off with what you've been playing?
Yeah, sure. So I've been continuing to play World of Warcraft, which I'll try to keep brief. I've been getting completely fucked on loot drops. Today's been better. I got a lot of drops today. Only one was a big upgrade, but hey, that's enough. So I'm happy with that. Also started Death's Gambit today for review. I'm a little late on it because I had a few other things to work on. I am reviewing Divinity also on the side. But Death's Gambit, I've only played about 2 hours. It's interesting. It's like it knows it's Dark Souls, and it makes jokes about how much it is like Dark Souls. But it doesn't feel nearly as good. The combat feels weightless. Like when you hit something, there's no like hit stun, like or hit stop, where like the frame rate like freeze frames for a second.
I know what you're saying.
It's there to help it feel impactful. There's none of that. Hardly any sound effects on hits. and really just no weightiness to the movement at all. It's just kind of like you're just like a sprite moving around a screen, and it feels that way. Bosses have been kind of meh, like really easy, I guess. So I'm not too high on Death's Gambit right now, but we'll see if that changes. Also been playing... I reviewed Hypergun. That was the last thing I was going to mention. Gave it a 5. I think it's a really not good game. It's a roguelite that nobody here has heard of or is going to play ever. But I wanted to mention that.
Out.
And that if you're looking for something like that, try Mother Gunship because it's a lot better. I think that's a good game. So,
cool.
On to you guys.
Cool. I got Hollow Knight on the Switch.
Oh, that's right.
Been playing that a little bit. I think I'm in like the 5th area.
So you said it was hard to get around. Was my prophecy true?
I still like I got to the fast travel stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
No, you
like,
can buy maps.
Yeah, I bought maps.
It's like buy really the compass charm?
Yeah.
Well, then what the fuck?
Like I just don't like. I don't know. Like I don't know. Just something that is my biggest problem.
Like it's a little too far.
Like it's too big.
Travel?
Yeah, basically.
In
my opinion.
I could see
and like there's not enough benches everywhere. Like there's like 2 benches per area.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm constantly like not like.
I don't want to spoil anything, but there is an ability you get way later on for when you're like trying to get 100% that makes all
but that's
that.
not like helping me right now.
Yeah, I know
What I'm saying. But like I don't know. Like that is my. Alright, starting off with the good stuff. I think the combat's really fun. I think the enemy designs, so far as everything I've faced, have been really cool. I think the bosses have been really neat.
Yep.
All of them feel really interesting and diverse and stuff like that. The soundtrack is fucking phenomenal.
The soundtrack's probably my favorite part.
Yep.
I really like that. I think the art itself is just pretty fantastic. I'm not really into the whole minutia of the story. It's pretty like whatever. Like I don't understand what's the world. Like it's pretty like whatever. I'm not really like.
You're not a lore guy.
Yeah, it's whatever. Basically.
Okay.
It's not really drawing me in, but like the Metroidvania elements, obviously they're awesome, very cool. I'm like I've run into a couple places where it's like, oh, I'm gonna get the jump off the wall thing clearly here at some point, and like I can't go here yet and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I really like that. That sense of like, oh, I want to come back here. It feels so cool. But then my biggest problem is going to fight. You know what it reminds me a lot of is when I am fighting a boss, and I die like a few times. The walks back to the boss room remind me a lot of fucking like Bloodborne or something like that.
That's
where they're like but in Bloodborne, for a lot of the good ones, there was like shortcuts that would get you right there. Whereas in this, they all feel like they were fucking like
the walks back are never far. In Hollow Knight,
I feel like they're pretty far.
I don't remember one where I was like, oh fuck that. Like usually it took me just like a few. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering, but the longest one I can remember was kind of bad. But that's only one of like 40 bosses.
I think I'm talking about like the boss fight I'm talking about in particular that really annoyed me was I had to go. Like it was just I had to go up. I can't remember which land it was. It was the one. It's like the female version of the kind of character you are, where she has like a spear. It was the first time I fought her.
There's a shortcut there.
It wasn't that short.
The run back to her is like 2 screens.
No, definitely not.
Yeah,
I died there a couple times. I don't remember it being a problem, but
because I made the same mistake and I was running back from the wrong bench. There's a bench right by her, or a stag station or something, and it's like 2 screens.
I don't think I had unlocked whatever you call it before. Like I don't think you can unlock it before her.
Yeah, you can.
The
stag
fast
station?
travel. Can
Yeah.
you? I don't. I thought it was literally after her room.
Station,
It's like the first bell you run into.
No, it's up 1 screen and then left 1 screen to get back to her from there. It's not.
I don't remember. But
I don't know.
I remember hers. Well, even so, like I don't think the maps have made it very clear where like I have been.
Like, you get more stuff for that later.
Like I've been buying stuff. I bought everything at the map store.
Okay.
As of right now, like where all the benches and stuff like that are.
Yeah.
I'm also like the one thing I really don't like is that you have to be at a bench to change your like loadout. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. But this is all like nitpicky stuff where I am really liking the game. I'm just like going into what I don't like about it. But I think do you get more weapons later on? I hope, or more powers.
More abilities.
Okay,
yeah. More
it's not weighing on me that everything is like up close melee, but like eventually I want to be able to like do fights a little differently.
Well, you have one range.
Yeah, I have the one thing, but
you get.
The way health management works in this game is fucking fantastic. That's the way. Like you either have to. It should be a trade off whether you're using health or not. And,
Yeah.
like, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm gonna continue. I'm probably like 3 or 4 hours into it. Around. Okay. Yeah. I think I have 5 areas unlocked. 4 or 5. Not counting the like top part.
Like that is a game that just keeps like you're like you think it's done showing you stuff and then you're like you're still fucking doing and it sprawls. Like it might be too big, like that might be a complaint I have. That map is fucking enormous.
Yeah.
Like Aaron, how far are you right now in Hollow Knight?
Not much further than that. Like I got the dash ability and then I got the wall jump or whatever.
I didn't get
fought like the council once and I was like, fuck this, I'll come back.
Mantis Lords.
Yeah, I got to Mantis Lords. I fought them once and I was like, I'll try this again later. Yeah. And then I moved on through I think it was like I got to like the rainy city.
Yeah.
That was really fucking cool.
Yeah. That's about like the turning point for when I was really like, I'm in.
I loved that area. That part was so fucking cool.
That place is fucking dope.
Yeah, I'm like, there's like creative solutions to fighting different enemies too that I really like. Like
I like that you can swing down like while you're falling and like kind of bounce off.
Oh yeah, pogo off.
Yeah, the DuckTales.
Yeah. No, but like it's when you get the dash ability. I'm pretty sure like you're going through that trial with the one woman or something like that. Like in order to get the dash, you have to do like basically an obstacle course with this one woman. I think maybe that's not the dash ability. Maybe that's something else. Doesn't matter.
That might be the wall jump.
I think that I would assume she probably does all the abilities. I don't know, but
I don't know what part you're talking about.
Anyway, whatever. There's like one of those like armored dudes that like ball up or whatever, and then he shoots like other thing. I was like struggling. I wasn't struggling with it. I died a few times. I'm like, this is annoying. And then I was like, oh, if I stand close to him and he'll ball up. And he won't shoot any more fireballs at me. I can kill this guy, get my charge back, and then I can shoot him. Go back to him, he'll ball. Like, and I was like, oh, so there's like the game's not like explicitly telling me like this is how you defeat this certain enemy, but like it's.
I mean, it's like an easy comparison to make, but it really is like Dark Souls, where you have to like it's trial and error kind of. Like, you just have to learn the patterns.
So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I think the bosses have all been good. I said that. I think
Hollow Knight is great. I think it just gets better as it goes. I didn't really bother with like 100%ing it.
Yeah, I'm not playing.
When I played it on PC,
was that like all the worms and stuff? You got to get all those. Is that part of the?
No. I don't remember what goes
100%.
into it. It's just like a few really key things because there's over 100% of content in the game. I don't think you have to get all the grubs to get the true ending.
Okay,
I might be wrong about that.
I just didn't know.
You have to do this one like
I've seen a few of them.
Platforming shit where the platforming's like fun, but like it's not why I'm playing Hollow Knight.
Yeah, there's not a lot of difficult platforms.
It's like it gets the White Palace, like it's like Meat Boy. It's like fuck this.
That's not what I want to hear.
There's some charms you can get to make it easier though, but it's fucking.
I also like how they do like if you fall on spikes, you only lose 1 life and you go back to the bit. That's so smart.
Instant death.
As a dude, if it was like I would have given up on this game if it was because like.
Especially since sometimes you'll jump onto a platform and just a spike will fucking fall on your head.
Yeah. But yeah, having fun with it. Aaron, you been playing anything besides WoW that you want to talk about?
Played Hollow Knight a little bit.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, just WoW. But I don't really want to get into that any more than we already have.
No, I mean you guys feel free to talk about it.
You're gonna play Forsaken, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely pick that up.
That'll probably be when I take a break from WoW.
Yeah,
when that comes
I think so too. Because like I like the expansion a lot, but I have room for one of those games in my life, and Destiny's almost more rewarding at this point, just because like they're so good about, hey, if you do these weekly things, you'll just get gear, and like that's great. Like at this point,
gear up way faster in Destiny for sure.
That's starting to sound really nice for me right now, given my luck in WoW. But
plus, like you're not locked into a spec really. I mean, you are, but like
you don't have to regret playing a class.
You can pick up any weapon and use it as in Destiny, which is like it's fun to get the different like exotics and stuff.
Right. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be not next week, the week after. So. Yeah, sweet.
Cool. This has been the Current Game Podcast. Do we have anything else to talk about?
Nope.
Cool.
Not today.
This has been this is a light show. I'm fine with that. That's fine. And got in, got out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's right. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Gotta go get some fucking food.
This has been the Current Game Podcast, episode 68. My name is Charles Blazing. Find me on Twitter at Charles Tula and on Instagram at Charles Tula, hashtag Charles 1 Minute Reviews. Aaron, where can the people find you?
Aaron M. Weeks on Twitter.
And David?
My guy Dave on Twitter.
And you can find Current Gaming on Current Gaming Twitter and stuff. It's all on the bottom.
Just a perfect shitty cat.
What do we call it? A smart Potsmith?
Potsmith?
Yeah. Poot, poot
So this has been episode 68 of the Current Game of Potsmith, and peace.